What's up? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, today we have another update. This is the May update. Yeah, it's a bit special. We have a Testpress, a couple of vinyl here, a lot of good shit. A lot of good shit is here. If I sound a little bit funny, it's because I have a stuffed nose, a bit of a flu when I'm filming this. So yeah, but it's all okay. Yeah. So a bit of a sick during the filming, but we're not drinking a beer, we're drinking this one. This is a Japanese drink I picked up at the Japanese convention I went to. Those who followed me on Instagram probably saw that shit. Street Fighter, of course, iconic Ryu character, called Ocean Bomb, sparkling tea apple flavored. Have no idea what it is, never tried it. Of course, it's from Japan. 3 euros per can. Might be expensive, but we gotta try something exotic on this channel, always. If it ain't beer, it's something like this. Okay, let's open it. Yeah, also for those who follow me on Instagram, you know that April has been a very, very shitty month for me. Although there was one bright thing, I went to Helsinki for a day trip with my family and I visited Cult, thus the previous video is from that shop. It's pretty funny that nobody filmed the video before from Cult. There's one guy who's from Asia, I think, and he filmed the video there. It's on YouTube, but it's kind of a weird video because at the end he gives some lessons or some seminars about something else. I don't know, yeah, seems like a stranger walked into the shop and that's it. Yeah, so I was sick in April. My cat got sick in April, and I had already planned a trip to Helsinki and paid for it, and I planned the whole fucking vacation in summer and paid for it, and the cat got sick 2 days after I paid for everything. Thus, I had to spend additional money for bills. Cat bills, vet bills are very expensive. I was shocked and surprised. Almost 700 euros. All money that I saved for Steelfest gone. Probably not going this year, unfortunately, to Steelfest, but it is what it is. I'm going to another country. No video from a fest, but we will have an interesting video. Also an interesting video in the vein of the one that I did with Cult Shop in Helsinki. Also a very iconic place. Gonna film a bit more there, so it's not gonna be 5 minutes, it's probably gonna be 10 minutes. But anyway, yeah, that's the sad news, guys. Okay, enough rambling, 3 minutes of rambling. So yeah, feeling better now, still a bit under the weather, but here we go. Cheers, Ocean Bomb. So it's very good. It's actually very good. So it's basically, yeah, it's basically iced tea, apple flavored. The one that I hate the most is the fucking what's it called? The peach one. Excuse me. Yeah, the peach one. Sorry, I had to move a chair a little bit. So yeah, guys, cheers and let's go. Sorry about the life ramblings. Shit happens, need to vent sometimes. I was really looking forward for Steelfest this year. The lineup is killer. Even though a lot of people say it's big bands this year and it's not so cold, but it's a good lineup. Okay, shit happens. Let's move forward. So we're starting off with the Testpress immediately. There you have this beauty. This is Oferwintran from England. So Overwinter is a project established in 2018, one-man band. The guy behind the project goes by the name of Nicktian, and the Oferwintran name of the band, actually, if I'm correct, based on information that I have found, it's in Old English Yorkshire dialect, means get through the winter. Although I found another thing that says it means conquer or conquest. Yeah. So this is the second album. The anticipated second album was from this project, called "It Often Befalls Those." I didn't get the vinyl, as you can see. The original press, I mean, it's sold out. But Death Prayer Records were kind enough to, you know, sell me the test press, which is amazing. Now I have 2 test presses from Death Prayer Records. One is actually, I think, from Death Cult, and another one is, but it's the same record label that merged. Anyway, so yeah, as what first of all, I don't really collect test presses, but I do collect the ones that have the, you know, the labels. They have the jacket, and they're done properly. So this one is done properly, amazingly properly. Sorry, yeah, like I said, I'm still a bit sick. So regarding the music, so this is the second full-length album. The first one was really sought after. It was amazing. So yeah, people were looking forward to this one. This is 42 minutes long, and it absolutely doesn't disappoint at all. It has necro vocals, it has this unfriendly kind of atmosphere, a bit of a fuck you attitude. The overall, I would even say the overall atmosphere is like glacial, you know, it's not cold, it's glacial. It's raw in its core, but even though it's like very fast, it has like an organic melodic riff behind all the noise, you know. It sometimes feels like there's a slight change in riff in every song, but the whole thing just feels like very organic, like it's one riff, but it's a bit changed through each song. So yeah, that's where from the organic feeling comes from. Taking a look into the labels here. So this one, as you can see, Hush. Let's take a look at this one. This one is the generic Death Prayer Records label. 33 RPM. And in general, very good test press. In general, very good album. You should definitely pick this one up. If you haven't listened to the first one, go listen to the first one. Like I said, Oferwintran. All links are in the description below for people interested in the albums. It often befalls those. So yeah, second full-length album from 2002, test press from Death Prayer Records. I don't know how limited the test presses are. The ones that I got for Revenant Marquis was limited to 5 copies. So maybe this is the same limitation, maybe a little bit more, but not more than that. Amazing stuff from Death Prayer Records. One more sip of our RU iced tea. Rip to Steelfest, and all the best of something upcoming and something new. Cheers. For those wondering, the cat is actually feeling very good. Yeah, but the bill was intense. We're moving forward. We're moving from the gloomy UK, England. We're moving on to the cold shores of... maybe not the cold shores. No. We're moving to USA. The land of the free and the brave. Here we go. This is Grave Pilgrim. From United States, established around 2019. This one has 2 members in it. One goes by CM, another by TB. So yeah, not much known. This is 2022 EP, Molten Hands, Reach West. 7 tracks, 24 minutes long. Like I said, the band is from USA. Let's take a look at the back. We have the Death Prayer logo here, the track listing, and something like this. Something a bit hard to tell what it looks like. Make your own interpretations. Let's take a look inside. It should come with a... Yes, it does. So here's the lyrical shit. Yeah, so it's a very interesting project. Here the intro starts off and it feels like very heroic and very adventurous. and then it blasts off into this melodic black metal with a twist of folk, twist of rock, and general twist of Americana. You know, it feels very American when you listen to it. It actually does that job really, really fucking good. Yeah, but it, again, in its main core, in its main sense, it's raw black metal, but it has a very, very unique twist to it. Very beautiful sides here as well. Also, I feel the album is it has a theme. I searched this gentleman up because it doesn't say here who it is, yeah, but it does say dedicated to the rivers of blood that flow across continents into the eternal now. There you have it. Very culty phrase. So yeah, I searched up this gentleman here. It's turns out this is James Knox Polk, who was the 11th president of United States of America. And immediately when I read his story and the picture here behind the guy and a bit of the lyrics on the back side, yeah, you can see like Jan Victor set root in the West and stuff like that. At first I thought this was about civil war in America, but like I said, when I searched this one, the president of the United States, the 11th one, James Knox Polk, I found out that this president was ruling the country during the American-Mexican War, and he expanded the territory of US pretty much. He expanded it to Texas, and the most interesting fact is that he expanded it to Oregon. And the band is actually from Oregon as well. So there you go. So this is not about the Civil War. This is probably more inspired by Mexican-American War. So yeah, pretty unique concept there. Although we've been getting a lot of concepts like from Pan-American Front. We also have some American history there. And let's take a look at this one as well. So this is the simple one, the regular one. This one runs on 45 RPM. Amazing project. A project to definitely look out for. Their first demo also has a portrait of an... Basically it has a painting, right? The demo has a painting of a guy, and it looks like it's a very black metal painting, you know, but it actually is a picture by William Drost, portrait of an officer, basically it's called, yeah. And they basically just edited it to look a bit of a black metal. Here it's more of a traditional kind of picture from those times. I believe it was 1849 or something like that. So yeah, where this war took place. Don't quote me on that, I might be a few years off, I don't really remember, but it's definitely not, in my opinion, about civil war. It's about the Mexican-American expansion and war. So yeah, great raw black metal from Oregon, and yeah, something unique in the theme subject of the black metal, of the lyrics in black metal. Yeah, pretty interesting. Yeah, let's take a look, another look here. Yeah, interesting picture indeed. So yeah, Grave Pilgrim. Again, all links are in the description below. Okay, let's not waste any more time and let's move on. Now we're moving to Spain, a band that already made some noise on their previous release. It's this one. Let's go like this. This is Calderum from Spain, established in 2019, one-man project. The dude behind the project goes by Lord Mortuorum, yeah. And this is 2023 release called Lord Cambridor. Camreader. Lord Camreader. These names are getting harder and harder by each day. Yeah, has a nice picture of castle here. Of course, the band made a lot of noise in their previous album. This is a EP, like I said, 2023, 30 minutes long. The previous album was called, and it was a full-length album, Mystical Fortress of Iberian Lands. Let's take a look at the back. Has this absolutely fucking classic old school vibe to it. Immediately you understand what you're getting yourself into when you look at those pictures. Everything is cult as fuck about the picture and about the release. So yeah, this was very anticipated, and the EP did not fail. It's absolutely amazing EP. So the whole thing is very riff based. What gives it a punch though is how the guy basically how he uses the dungeon synth elements. It gives it a very unique kick. And I'm saying not synths. I'm actually gonna go by this and I'm gonna say it's dungeon synth incorporated into the songs, you know. It's not synths. It feels like pure dungeon synth melody there. So yeah, that sets him in a unique way apart from other projects. Definitely, like I said, this is for the fans of old school black metal. Even look at this one. I mean, come on. Come on. You know, it's pure orthodox melodic black metal with incorporation of a dungeon synth done in a very unique way. As you can see, not a lot of people the Lord would like to thank, and it has this beautiful magical picture of a sword here. If you want to get like if you want to listen to one track that basically will describe the whole band and the previous release and this release for you, I urge you to check out Forged in Black Steel. Amazing track. It starts off like with a war marching drums, you know, and they follow through in the whole song, in the whole track. It also has synths incorporated in it. Yeah, and it feels like that track feels like it's a track about, I don't know, maybe some epic battle, especially when you hear those drums and the riffs, the drums, the synth, everything screams we're going to an epic battle here tonight. This one is limited to 300 copies and it comes on this one. It's the color purple, 33 RPM, and you can even see the picture here is cult as fuck as well. So definitely for old school fans, they will appreciate it, and it's interesting release in that way that I think everybody will appreciate it. Actually, you know, it's something that everyone can listen to because it's produced very well, written very well, and in general it sounds amazing. So it's not something that is very hard to get into. So yeah, Calderum from Spain, 2023 EP, Lord Cramridor. Yep. Basically what you see is what you get. Castles and epic black metal from the back. Let's take a look into this one again. Yeah, there you go. Nothing beats old school pictures, even today. Okay, we got one more. Now let's take a sip of our Ocean Bomb. Cheers. Good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, this one is going to be a split. It's this one. So, this is Revenant Marquis and Ossements. Or it might be pronounced Ossements. but I'm gonna call them Ossements because I don't speak French, but I think it's Ossements. So this is a two-way split between two bands called Ivas. 4 tracks for Revenant Marquis, 1 track which is 19 minutes long for Ossements, limited to 200 copies, released originally, or maybe only, in 2021. There you go. From previous band that was easy to listen for everyone, we're finishing off with 2 bands that are notorious for their raw sound, let's call it like this. So this one doesn't come with anything. Yep, it does not, so I don't have to switch it around a lot. So we're gonna start off with Revenant Marquis. So a band that is already quite known, especially in the raw black metal circles, established in around 2018, one-man project. The guy behind the project goes by the name of S, comes from Wales. We talked a lot about Revenant Marquis on this channel. For people who are new or don't know or haven't checked out the old videos, big fan of a project, really like it. I understand that this project is not for everyone. I do. It's very harsh, and sometimes, you know, it's very difficult to get into. But anyway, as usual, 4 tracks here: raw, ritualistic, occult, everything is there. All of those black metal subgenres are mixed here, and Revenant Marquis is the one who represents them perfectly. Like I said, again, very harsh sound. Overall, every Revenant Marquis release, I think, is, you can say it like this, it's not meant to please your ears, but it's probably meant to rather submerge you into this hellish occultic atmosphere. He calls his tracks rituals, and basically this is what you get. You get the ritual every time. How would I listen to it? It would be perfect if it was like winter outside, it's getting dark very early, turn off the lights, maybe leave some ambient lights on, sit in your chair, sofa, whatever, abstract from everything, have a glass of beer, wine, whiskey, whatever you want, and just submerge yourself into the deep dive of into the void with Revenant Marquis. This is what you get here as well. So absolutely amazing 4 tracks. By the way, you can read it here. Pull the Heavens into the Ocean is inspired by French-Canadian legend La Chasse Galerie. So, La Chasse Galerie is, did some research, yeah, it's a French legend, Canadian. Basically, what it translates to is witched canoe. So it's a legend about lumberjacks who make a deal with Satan to travel the world and heavens on a canoe. So if you're interested in what happens next, there you go, some reading for you. I'm not gonna spoil the story for you, but there you go. Interesting concept as well. We are moving on to Ossements, or Ossements, from Canada, mainly from Quebec. One-man project. The dude behind the project goes by the name of Le Fantôme, which probably means the Phantom. This is first of all, it's 18 minutes long. It's 1 track. It's raw. It's very good produced. It's very good produced. I was surprised how good it's produced. And it's really fucking good track. I get, like, when you listen to it, you can, you know, probably you can split it into 2 maybe tracks, maybe even 3, but again, it's done so very well. It flows organically. You never get this feeling that you're bored at some point. It starts off like with black metal, then it slowly goes into a bit of ambient, and then it goes into organ music, like pure church organ music. Very brief moments of synths here and there. Vocals are completely lo-fi, they are in the background. I get the feeling that music and dreadful yet mesmerizing atmosphere were more important for Ossements here, and they surely deliver on this. In fact, they delivered it so perfectly well for me that I'm gonna, continue looking for their other albums. Shipping from Canada is a bit fucked up. I think it's the same as from USA to here, so I'm gonna search for some shirts in Europe and for their albums in Europe. Ossements really blew me away. This is a perfect example of an split, yeah, where two bands complement each other. So they're in the same vibe, kind of. Yeah, Revenant Marquis is harsher. Yeah, this is more weird. Maybe at some points it feels like a bit of experimental black metal, but it still is kind of raw and kind of good, and you need to listen to it. So yeah, please listen to Ossements as well as the Revenant Marquis. Amazing split, a trip to occultish regions of your conscience. Why do I think that? Also because on the cover you can see the young Aleister Crowley. I think that's him, all dressed up. Yeah, Aleister Crowley, the famous magician, or I don't know, can you call him magician? Occultist, for sure. Very influential figure in magic, in black metal, in probably even Satanism, maybe even in paganism at some points. Yeah, very interesting figure in general, had a very interesting life. Go check him out if you don't know, but I mean, probably everyone from black metal knows who Aleister Crowley is. If you don't know, go check out the Ozzy Osbourne song, Aleister Crowley. That should give you an idea. Yeah, so Revenant Marquis and Ossements, I was split. Oh, by the way, I don't remember if I said it or not. Ossements in French means bones, right? If I'm not mistaken. So yeah, there you go. An amazing split. And yeah, also released on Death Prayer Records. Like I said, I think this one was limited to 300 copies. Whoa, and that's it. So quick one, 4 items. Hope you enjoyed those items. Yeah, guys, so the next one is coming out in June. We're gonna have a June update. Then in July we might have 2. In July we might have 2. We might have, actually no, we're not gonna have 2 updates. We're gonna have 1. In August we might have 2 updates, including I'm planning a big politically incorrect one, just to gather the items. And probably the politically incorrect one will be in August, and before it there will be this special video about Norway's one of the places in Norway. Probably you already understand which one, based on the cult video. Yeah, so in June and July we're gonna have like 1 in July, 1 in June. Yeah, so anyway, if something changes about Steelfest, of course you will know about it, because I will post a video about it. If nothing changes, you will know about it also, because I won't post shit about it. Anyway, Ryu wishes you all the best. As usual, stay frosty, stay black metal. See you around.